Alright guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be doing something a little bit differently. Unfortunately, I've got no friends for this trip. Everyone's busy. So what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be going out to Lamington National Park again. I'm going to be doing the West Canungra Creek Circuit, which is one of the larger circuits out at Lamington. I've got an extremely busy day today, but I really wanted to get out of the city and do something a little bit different today. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going out to Lamington. Unfortunately, I don't have any of my mates here to shoot some extra stuff, so it's just going to be you and me. Cool, I'll catch you there. Alright, so we're here. We're at O'Reilly's. It's kind of shitty because the last time I was here was with Ryan. We went on that awesome walk, but today I guess I'm just going to be tackling it by myself. It's still relatively early. It's about 7:51 at the moment, so we've got up before the middle of the day, which is great. Try and stay out of that heat. And yeah, now I guess I gotta try and find the path. I think we need to stop being so spontaneous about these trips because they're getting more and more full on and they're gonna end up killing me. It's supposed to be about a 5.5 hour circuit, so it's gonna be a pretty big day, but I'm super excited for it. Alright guys, I'm currently standing on this massive uprooted tree. Like, look at this thing, it's huge. I can't really begin to imagine the amount of force of wind or, you know, maybe erosion that caused this tree to just collapse like this. Like, these roots are massive. All the way over here behind me, all the way over here. You know, it's got to be 3 meters wide worth of roots that have been just ripped up. It's kind of cool to think about. Alright guys, so I've been walking for about an hour now, and I've kind of just been gunning it. Like, I've sort of looked at it as let's get to these waterfalls, so that I can sit down and have a break. And I've just been looking straight at the ground and just kind of smashing out this track, being really time conscious. But man, you got to stop and look up sometimes because it's just absolutely stunning. Alright guys, so we've just rocked up to Daraboola Falls. I mean, it looks like it's been dry for a little while because I think this is one of the first creek crossings as well. And as you can see, standing right in the middle of it, and it's dry. So up here, you can see Daraboola Falls, which is a bit more like Daraboola Trickles at the moment. But yeah, it's still good. It means I'm about a quarter of the way through the walk, and I'm making good time. So I think I've been walking for about an hour and 15 minutes, and it's been really awesome. So I'm gonna have a little bit of an explore through here because there's a couple of little cool little like creek areas, and then I'm probably just gonna have a snack and get back on the road. So let's have a look around. Alright, so I'm currently at Yarralala something. I don't know. I'm at a pool. I'm at the second kind of pinpointed spot on the map, and it's a lot nicer than where I was hanging out before. It's this nice open rock pool. I'm super tempted to jump in the water, but chafing for another 4 hours isn't really top priority at the moment. And I got to this spot and there's a sign up there saying stop stop, track closed due to natural disaster. And I got a little bit worried for a second, thinking that the track might have been cut off, but it just doubles back along itself along the creek rather than going back up into more mountainy stuff. So I'm gonna head back along the West Canungra track now. So I think I've just gotten off the border track up the top, where I've just been on the West Canungra for a little bit. It says heading back to the Green Mountains is another 9 Ks. So yeah, I think I've done, what's that, 4 or 5 Ks already. So not too bad. I think I'm making decent time. Let's get out of here. Alright, we're about 2 hours in. The sun's starting to peep through, I think probably because we're closer to the creek. There's less tree coverage. So it's heating up a little bit, but it's not too bad. There's enough kind of shade to keep me cool, and having this Camelback is awesome as well. So it's a 3-liter Camelback. It's a 3-liter Camelback, and it has this really, I'll have to show you when I sit down. It has this really cool kind of like zip top, rather than having like a round screw-on one. Look at this, this is what I'm talking about. This is the path for me to follow. Chaos. Alright, so we've just got to Yanbachui Falls, which is halfway, and we're about 2 hours in. Which means I'm flying through this. I mean, I know we've got a lot of uphill to come, and the next half's probably going to be a little bit slower. But I feel like we're going along nice and quickly, or fast enough. So I think let's crack out some Sammys and have a little bit of breakfast, because I think 10 o'clock is definitely late enough to start breakfast. Alright y'all, lunch break's over. Time to get back to it. I'm probably going to chomp on this apple and ignore you guys for a bit. But yeah, I guess I'll check in with you at the next waterfall. Alright ladies and gentlemen, as promised, the next set of falls, and they are, oh, fuck me dude, drastic falls too, to say the least. I just came down a fucking slope up here, and I've been bitten on the foot by something. I'm not too sure. At this point I just slipped straight down, and my foot's tingling like a motherfucker. So I'm just gonna have to push up along this bank and hightail it out of here, because I don't know what I've been bitten by, but it's not fucking pleasant. So I'm probably gonna see you guys back at the top. Bye. Whew, what a day. What a massive, massive day. I didn't really know what to expect today. It's the biggest solo hike I've done, and I really was looking to push myself and see kind of my limits. I filled my pack up a lot more with extra water and things like that, because I didn't know exactly how much I would need. I think the last time I sort of talked to you guys, because it's been about an hour and 2 hours since I checked in last, I was pretty still quite shaken up from the fall. So I don't know if I made too much sense, but I just wanted to say that basically what happened was there was an overhanging rock that I kind of tilted out of the way to sort of avoid, and as I put pressure down, the mud just kind of slipped away from underneath my feet. I slid probably 10 to 12 feet down into the bottom of this creek, and I sat there at the bottom for a little bit in shock, and while I was sitting there, I think that's when I got bitten. And it was a mixture of all those things that really, this was at the most remote part of this particular walk for me. I hadn't seen anyone, I hadn't seen any trail marks in probably an hour and a half. So I felt very isolated, and that really played on my mind a bit. I think it was a good experience for me. I feel like having an experience like that where you're kind of forced to handle something, like your health, I guess. A really serious kind of situation like that. It's really, I don't know, I'm glad I had the experience. It was kind of scary, but I'm really glad that I had the experience. I feel like if a situation like that happens again, I'll have a better understanding and a better way of managing it, which I think is really important. I think the next thing, I'm going to do all of Lamington Park now. I want to do the border trail, and there's another couple of waterfalls that I skipped because I wanted to get back up. So I'm going to have to come back here again, whether I like it or not, which I do. So yeah, I think it's about 1 o'clock-ish now. I've had some sandwiches, I've had some water, feeling a bit better. So I think I'm just going to head back to Brisbane, because I have a shoot this afternoon and it's going to take me 2 hours to get home. Then I'll need a shower and
get my gear or like my batteries charged and things like that. So I hope you guys like this video. Like, it's not what I usually do. Usually I've got other people and it's a bit more about the banter and things, but I really enjoyed just being out doing this by myself. I feel like it was a really good experience for me, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. I'm glad you could come along for it. Hopefully the next one goes a little bit smoother, but yeah, that was my West Canungra track experience. I'll catch you guys later.